Yesterday, Bandai Namco revealed a new trailers for Bleach Rebirth of Souls. They introduced 3 characters: Ichigo's character trailer, Rukia's, and Uryu Ishida's, and they looked amazing. I really wanted to make this video yesterday, but due to I had a birthday and I was all day outside, I wasn't able to make it on time, and plus I was way too tired to record everything. I'm glad I didn't, because now we have more information on their official website about these characters and overall the game itself. Okay guys, I've read everything from this website. Majority of things we already knew from their breakdown gameplay, but I found few interesting things from this website that have not mentioned in their breakdown gameplay video. So this game will have 2 basic attacks. The one is called Quick Attack. Quick Attack is a quick to come out and accumulate spiritual power easily. So what they mean by that? If you use square, probably, I'm guessing, you will deal less damage, but your XP will increase faster if you use the flash strike. And by increasing your XP, you will able to use different types of attacks. For example, Ichigo's wielding attack when he swings his giant Zanpakuto. Flash Strike deals high damage to spirit particles and reduces the guard gauge. By the spirit particles, they main your HP. So with Flash Strike, probably triangle, I'm just guessing, you'll deal more damage, but the attack will be slower compared to Quick Attack. But you will able also reduce your opponent's guard gauge way faster than with the Quick Attack. So it's basically light attack and heavy attack. With the light attacks you deal less damage, but it decreases your XP faster. But with the heavy attack you deal more damage and you decrease your opponent's guard gauge much faster. And the second one is about the guard break and guard gauge. Let's read it and I'll try to explain the best way I can. Maybe the text will explain also the best way it can. If the opponent's guard gauge is reduced to 0, a guard break state occurs, making it impossible to guard, creating an opportunity to land a mortar attack of soul-destructing techniques even if the opponent is not lacking in the spirit atoms. However, in the method is not to reduce the opponent's spirit particles by 1 gauge. If the soul-destroying techniques will be performed while the opponent's spirit particles remain, so the number of the soul-destroying will be reduced. So if you always guard, your guard will break and you will have a cinematic moment just like here with the Byakuya, and you can use this moment to deal a good amount of damage by reducing your HP points by 2 probably, or even 3, depending how you will land an attack. After you do this, you won't have your guard for some period of time. So that's why Ichigo doesn't have his guard gauge at some point in the gameplay. You have to be very careful when you use guard a lot, otherwise you will be punished, as you see here and in the gameplay trailer as well. And the last thing I want to mention is the reverse action. Initially I thought the reverse action will have 2 colors, yellow and red, but this website says we'll have a 3rd color and it's blue. Okay, let's read what they say. By using the reverse gauge, which accumulates over time, you can activate reverse actions. There are 3 types of reverse actions which have different effects depending on when they are activated. And now we have like soul reverse yellow, spiritual power up, spiritual energy recovery. So like I said in my previous video, I was right that when you are in yellow state, your HP restores, but I didn't say about their XP because I didn't notice this. It's nice that they have confirmed. So if you are in yellow state, your HP is restoring and your XP is restoring. Nice. Change reverse red, combo continuation, spiritual power up. So I think what they mean by combo continuation, you will able to continue hitting the opponents until the gauge is reduced completely, and your spiritual power XP gauge, which costs special attacks, will do more damage. Okay, so basically red is for offensive purpose, yellow is for somehow mix between offense and defense. And now let's see what the blue does. Burst reverse blue cancels enemy combos and recovers guard gauge. Okay, that's interesting. So it will work like a counterattack. You are cornered, you don't know what to do, and your guard gauge is almost at 0, and you can use reverse blue and you will cancel opponent's attack and your guard gauge will be restored. That's actually really nice. So each of them have their unique purpose. That was all the new information that they didn't mention on their gameplay breakdown video for some reason. Very important part, I didn't knew we had like 3 reverse actions. They didn't even mention and didn't showcase. Also, like we have like 2 attack inputs for each character. That's also nice. And about the guard break as well. Pretty interesting stuff, which was not covered at all. Okay, now let's talk about character. Here we can see Ichigo, Uryu, and then on the second page is Rukia. They are separated because it says this world and Soul Society, which makes sense. I'm guessing next to Uryu will be Sado, aka Chad, and next to the Rukia will be Renji. Okay, if we click to specific character, we see their information, which is kinda obvious who they are, and let's learn more about them. When we click, we see a character and their stats, which is not available in their character trailer, and I have translated via mobile, and it says power, mobility, range, durability, and skill. Okay, we see some information about this character. A substitute Soul Reaper with unknown powers who fights with a fighter blade that relies on height, firepower, and speed. Ease of use 5 stars, meaning he won't be hard to play as, unlike some characters that will be announced sooner. I think Ishida is 3 stars, meaning he's a little bit harder to master. Okay, now let's see what kind of skills he has. Okay, unique skill. Charge slash, a slashing technique that uses force forward. It's characterized by its high guard reduction value. Holding down the button changes the technique into a continuous attack, increasing its power. Interesting. So when you press once, you will do 1 slash, but if you hold this button, he will do a few slashes and will deal more damage. Spiritual pressure, technique 1, brute force slash, flying slash. 2 names, interesting. He charges forward and launches a slash, and if it hits, they follow up with the upward slash. During reverse, the technique changes to a flying slash. This allows him to attack while blocking his opponent's long-range attacks, expanding the range of maneuvers he can use at mid-range. Now I understand why sometimes Zangetsu appears and sometimes he doesn't. During reverse mode, if you use this skill, he will appear. If you not use this reverse action, your reverse mode, he will not appear and he will do a different move. Spiritual pressure technique 2, swing. I loved when it's called swing, not wielding. Makes sense more. Swing Zangetsu around, and if it hits, it will perform an additional powerful attack. There is an invisible period before it's activated, so it can be activated in the time with the opponent's attack. Nothing new we have learned from this text, because the same thing they have mentioned in the Ichigo's character trailer. And lastly, his awakening move, Bankai Tensa Zangetsu. Its performance has changed significantly from normal, with attack damage reduced but overall speed increased. In addition, the number of additional attacks of the special flash attacks has increased, allowing for more aggressive attacks. So that was all Ichigo's skills. Unfortunately, we don't know anything about his qualification. Hopefully they will reveal later on, but for now, nothing. Like how it will work, will you need to have a low HP in order to activate this, or you will be possessed by it when you will have 1 full bar. We don't know, we have to wait and see. Okay, now let's talk about Rukia. As you can see, she also has stats different from Ichigo. Her durability is much weaker than Ichigo, which makes sense. We also see ease of use, which is 5 of 5. Similar to Ichigo, and we have her skills and the description of the skills. Unique skill, breaking the path 31, red fire cannon. Maybe they mean Hado 31. Fires a red fire cannon forward. The power of the timing of the red fire cannon can be changed by pressing and holding the button normally or holding it down. Okay, so if you press once, maybe she will fire 1 shakaho, and when you press and hold, she will fire multiple shakahos. Spiritual pressure technique 1, Hado number 4, white lightning. Okay, I have compared this text to the text from the trailer and they sound the same. The only difference is the translation translation in the trailer is much better and it explains better in my opinion. So I'll read from there. Spiritual pressure, move 1, Hado for Byakurai. Releasing while stepping backwards. Byakurai makes Rukia momentarily invincible, allowing for punishing attacks. So similar to Ichigo, she will have an invincible attack. Okay, second skill is Hado 33 Sokatsu, and follow-up attack that can be used after Rukia lunges and slashes successfully. So she will go forward, slash and use Sokatsu. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. And now it's her awakening move. In this case, it's her Shikai. Awakening, releasing Sodeno Shirayuki, strengthens Rukia's overall capabilities and transforms her spiritual pressure moves to complement Sodeno Shirayuki. So instead of using her Hado techniques, she will use her dance techniques. For example, in this clip, she used her first dance, Somenomai Tsukishiro, and her second ability will be Tsuginomai Hakuren. And we also saw a small glimpse of her ultimate. And the last character is Uryu Ishida. For Uryu Ishida we have also stats, and it's way different from Ichigo and Rukia. His specialty is obviously range, mobility and skills, which is kinda surprising, and ease of use is 3 out of 5, so he will be a little bit harder to play as than Rukia and Ichigo. Okay, in the gameplay trailer they didn't showcase this unique skill, Rain of Light, a technique that shoots arrows into the air and attacks with a rain of arrows. You can increase the number of arrows by holding down the button. I think we have seen this skill in the gift version when he launches arrows when he was fighting against Renji. His spiritual pressure move, Quincy Arrow, fires an arrow forward. If the arrow hits the opponent, Uryu uses Hirekuriaku to move in the front of the opponent and does the following up attack that fires numerous arrows. There's no need any explanation for this skill. Let's move on for the second one. Spiritual pressure, move 2, Zell Schneider. By holding Zell Schneider, Uryu absorbs an opponent's attack and fires back a powerful attack of his own. So it's a counter-attack ability, which is nice. You can trick opponents, they will come at you and you use it and you can make a distance between you and him. Now let's talk about his awakening. By activating Raso Tengai, Uryu enhances his damage output and the amount of spiritual power he can acquire, making it easier to use his spiritual pressure move. So during this state, his attacks will deal more damage and you will be able to use more spiritual pressure attacks because maybe it will cost less than usual. We also have some additional information on their website which is absent in the trailer. Unique specification, spirit particle convergence state. When the counter with the spiritual pressure technique 2, soul pierces, is successful, warriors' attacks become more powerful. After awakening, the spirit particles are always in convergent state. And lastly, his ultimate attack, Let's Steal. This attack was used against Mayuri when he was mocking him and he decided to kill him and sacrifice his Quincy ability. After that he couldn't use any Quincy abilities, so maybe it will be similar in this game as well, like you use this ultimate attack and so after that you are hopeless and you can't do anything. It will be nice, yeah. It will be lore accurate, but it's a game and probably they gonna ignore it. But knowing Kubo Sensei, he might actually pull this out. Will be hilarious. But until then we have to wait. And that's all for now. I hope you found something interesting and new in this video. If you did, please let me know in comment section below and make sure to like and share with your friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more Bleach content because I'll be covering this game on my channel a lot. Like I said, I'm actually looking forward to this game. It looks promising. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.